Money to say like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or prize. So when I say I really love you, but no one's like I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickle. Another bag, this is another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. We got a pump cause he got no. Homie say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not. Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, can't I drop your back, sass? I've been here from the start. A little snap that homie with a plug in his heart. Just bleach from cards, now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I created a monster inside. I pray Jesus Christ, so we just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I wrestle with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas. Got the stop on my son, I'ma say. So why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm chunk, up, boy, thump. Like my name jumper up a pump, pump. In that Billy song, he know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. We say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. We say trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump, we ain't not fun. I got a bump, we ain't not. Boy, got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun.
I'm a bad boy, baby, I'm too far to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too hard to count. I don't know what the fuck, I got two figures out. I'm like, I'm working out for the count. Suck up my blood, just go with the count. They all in the suits. Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding off some dead folk. The bag, listen to the money, and every day glad to say I was broke. Tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1,000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. No real ones notice me ride for his 53. I'm throwing up. They see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feel a little nigga, try look. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as seen this walking, so I'm keeping feathers plugged.
Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump, we ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at John, top dog in the league this season, ranking in passing yards. To the Raiders on Sunday night.
It's Bank Stadium. It's Charles. Talk about storylines and this one. I think it begins in quarterback. Certainly best. And you can get by for long periods of time without a quarterback. The way the responsibility he has to game he's not on top of his game. Good look. Turns out of here. Zop review position. They'll start at the 32. That challenge. In an area part of the season, he leads with all passing yards. Now, success. It is. From the 32 now, here's Ferdinand. Now going to go right away. He'll buy some time run. Hitting double on the road here in Baltimore. Touchdown catches here. Pass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. They certainly made quick work of that. Fastest drives you'll ever see. Jim play resulting in a touchdown. After the touchdown, pass, kick it away. Cross 20 is good. Will set up shop at the 12 line. So here's the first drop for the Ravens. And 3 NFL most number sections on the award.
And the tendency for these guys is to want to match things because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their thing else. The back right in play. Well, if it's there, you take it. Otherwise, get things going and see how things settle.
It's a loss of 4 on the first play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll catch you from all. They did a nice job there. Stopping a loss.
First play is here. 2nd and 14. In motion left here, whether it's in. Henry's got it out on the left side. Shoves him aside. Near the 30. And right on the 30. Get a lack on that. It leads to down. Here's number 3. On the ground, this is Derek. And he will be first down as he runs into a wall right around scrimmage. An ideal start defensively. They touchdown. Now they get this out.
Like they drew it up in the chalkboard. Does that something a little bit? I agree exactly which though. Score on your first drive. Stop them. First drive defense.
On return, it's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bills will take over football with first and 10. The visit led by the team headed out for their second. You start prorating numbers out more quickly. The defense finds some way to slow him down. Start next drive. You know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes last drive that was the end zone.
Pure, unbridled joy.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gallon. He's got Smith on the foot. He taken down, but not where they was mid. It's the first time that they've looked away for the first down on the play.
I'm sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first back. He's around really well here.
Really nice throw to pick up the first down. Kind of his points went up.
I was really last practice. They went to operation. Hardly hit the
Slide to a ball. So, the big one ends up at 15 now. And this place slide, he fakes, got it forward. And that's lined up incomplete. So they get that you don't see too often.
I think he's got to be careful. Force anything in the
Down.
right. We're really any throwing lanes, but the best.
Touchdown. Jamar a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score. Charles.
Football at its finest. You just added the score, the ball for them, they score again. That's the way you win games.
Extra by Bass, up and good. 9-0. To the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. His guys will get the football right at Baltimore to take over the game. They've been outplayed early. Question down 14-0 already. They go. He went 10 markers there. And they'll bring it down. Look at this man. That's for sure. Number one foul against the pass.
And it's really different for this team. This number one overall team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to be excited about against them. The test going against you.
And that's this game.
Yes.
Bills, they were good in last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw the entire game. Ended up getting 4 sacks total. And he took from this and find round field. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Shaken up on the play. Tim, we will step aside for just a moment. Try to get one more before the quarter breaks. Throwing exit. And it'll be taken down. So that will take us to the first quarter. 14-0. For this is the Eagles. Corner now from Baltimore. It's the in possession. Got it with first. Jackson will look to throw it. As he goes down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there.
The big tips there, and it's away a lot of the momentum from the offense. Cut that big complete prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Action. It's Jack. Underneath here away. Hills. To one that time, but that's not what he did. Deal with it. Jackson. It's going to be dead here in the backfield. It'll be a loss. And it's going to lead him. Jordan Stout. Yards, give us 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 10. Bills offense and shift over for this defense. Start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it is not this first half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone, drive 2 to the touch.
I know they'll take it. Afterwards, they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful. Really good job. First marker was and getting there. Now Kincaid did plenty of his impressive campaign. 600 receiving yards. Yes, we knew the reliable pass catcher coming out of college. Now we think he
to throw. It's out. Here, this is team. Making the end zone for Buffalo touchdown. 54 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quick add on to their lead. Boy, Charles Vince is so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of how good they are right there on the play.
an over how explosive the team is truly a threat to score on a snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. It's like that. Best offense.
Extra point, that's good. And it's now 21-0. 25, 2 plays, 7 later, into the after the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. These guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Ravens now, they head back. Well, CD, you kind of like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores in the first half. The way that this offense is able to generate anything, I feel like they probably need to get something going on this, right?
Yeah, and some might overuse it. This is an possession, but I think this has possession with it. Come up with an error. Only a few teams in the league ever come back from a 4-score. Listen, they don't score. That's when they could be facing.
Be incomplete. That's what as he led, and he's going to bring up third down. Some of the fans here seem too happy.
No, I understand why they've looked at think it's on the scoreboard.
No. He's able to free. Good enough first down. Up on a minute to play in this half. Now Jackson. They'll get this into the hands of incomplete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the time with minute to go in this first half. Now it's Jackson. Get to it. The rest use this of their timeouts as they get this with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This second long. Here Jackson gets to him again. Gregory Russo able to earn his 5th sack of the season. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just their 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now after that second, 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Side with 3 on the play there, nice shot, and likely forces a situation on. It's rare that a man his size can be pushed forward for a yard, but they stop for nothing.
You're about tiny, a little there. That monster, exactly, and it takes back to get like and not let him find some space. The guy in, he's going to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone to step him out.
Here's Jones on return. 41-yard punt. 9 on return. It'll be one final play before halftime. A shot before half. Incomplete. So reach halftime with a build to the locker room. That's down the toes out in Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coach with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. First, folks at home, a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Cowboys who win. And on the road, Dak got sharp and victory as his guys bounce back with a tough start to the year. Victory number 1. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in the ball game. Derek Carr, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Finally, on Monday Night Football, header. Dolphins at 7:30, followed by the Seahawks and Lions at 8:15. This was extremely one-sided. First, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. There's still plenty of time left. Up. Both teams going through their games, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore. And Charles.
All right, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back, quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we were back in the third quarter. And not much happening on the returns. He'll get this to about 20 feet. The Ravens fence and Derrick Henry take once more. And he's his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defense has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen at this point. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get a point. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that starts with finding some way to put a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times and have a chance to win this game. Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rough. It feels the witching hour.
Okay, it's a good question. What's the witching hour?
The witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Up the middle. It's Hill. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Getting there. They still need some more now on third down. And 2 yards here if they move the chains. To throw it. Now, quick throw there. It's going to be.
Getting frustrated. Here we are. Into the third. Opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, it hasn't happened. They're looking on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Joe, the return. Escapes the defender. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come on the offense. They take over. So here are the Bills taking over on a 3-game streak and looking good in this one as well. So good field position for the big come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Allen going to throw. That is caught. Kincaid with it. Big fella go. Touchdown. Kincaid, 65 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead further. Well, partner, he has carried them in the game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he's local point. Average stat so far has been the result. How about him throwing it down for your play? I don't know how you slow it unless you can make it in the pocket.
An extra point by pass up and good. And that makes the score 28. Touchdown, take it away. To about the 20, just across the 25. Bolton offense set this next possession. Bears seems to go with each possession. They really struggling. The other sides keep piling up.
Creation level has to be got to know that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep it deeper in offensive play.
Bells are going to get him as he goes down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time. Him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a all night long as they come up facing a bundle. Now it's Jack. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Mark Andrews. And he has a before a big play on the catch and run. 70 yards.
Oh, man. Disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. An effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds. But a huge player, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Henry. End zone. It's a Ravens. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few it was to get it done? They threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when you run it in zone instead of throwing it.
Tucker for the point. He's to bring it back to 28-7 now. The drive there, winning plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off. Tucker now to keep following the touchdown. He will take this all the way. Stand Buffalo. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they challenge, kick it to him. The way he, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And a point by Bass, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So now the return teams out there is to pay with this. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, on it the 21. Now the Baltimore offense headed back out onto the field. They had their problems moving the ball here as we take you through the action from earlier. This area has been out as well as you can. Many times they've left the quarterback nowhere to go with football. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They scored the touchdown last time out, but they trail. We'll see if this offense runs.
Yeah, not to the last shot. That was pretty wrapped up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working. The same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still not a time left to make something happen in this one.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Aguilar in motion left. They'll that sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. One here on a Sunday. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter 4. Third down. Those last 2 days indicative of how things have gone for them. On ground, struggling to put up points. Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
These guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're running the ball touchdown to the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
The Ravens send their punt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bills are going to go from great position here with a 1st and 10. The Bills' offense and their quarterbacks to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
The chain gang has to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Allen now looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game and fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throwing now is Allen. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual
touchdown, Kincaid with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bills are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, Bass kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And now here come the Ravens. Remember, they have won 3 straight. Beginning to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a... Here's Jackson to throw. Pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
What's the option for him to take? Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got turned into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Just 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Jackson. Got his target. And he will have his first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 30. Now they come up on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do. Need a safety over the top. Sometimes they just take a corner. Maybe a corner if he's a bigger guy. Come on and man-to-man limit is just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different look.
And Jackson throwing once more. Get away, and he's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to sack. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Taking out the 16. 9 on the return following a punt of 47. And control ball switching hands here with very little. The line to start their next drive. This is exactly as they get better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent they were better. That out.
So he gained inside the 40 before being dropped. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and it on the 8. And a look to throw. Flushed out right. That was thrown deep right side. That's going knocked away and incomplete.
Aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Very end, but now this game is over. Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what would be a bowl.
And I think it's as simple as this. Some teams, they just make mistakes. When they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Bills, they finished a perfect month as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. Week to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, first of the year as they drop to 3-1, and they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.